For what I want to show you, I want you to first draw a rectangle. Some of y'all get it by pictures. Let's try it out. Draw a rectangle. All right. Now, when you do this, try to get it as even as possible. So when you dividing a piece up to other pieces, they should be equal. But mine not gonna be. Divide them to 5 pieces, but in your mind, pretend like they're equal. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now in your mind, now use your imagination. Pretend like all pieces are equal. That's the only way this works. Now, what I want you to do then, you have 5 pieces of this Hershey bar. I missed lunch. I want you to shade 3 pieces in. All right? So we got a Hershey's bar, and somebody gave us some. Right? The shade part means how many somebody gave you, right? Now, based on this here, somebody real smart, what is this as a fraction? What is that? What you think that is? 3 out of 5. I agree. What happened is that you have 3 pieces that were given away, but you have 5 pieces in all. Your denominator is always in all. Your numerator is how many that was shaded for what we're doing. All right. Now, when I'm grading notes, I'm grading for everything. Here we go. Now, this is what I want y'all to do. So I want you to take your notes and do just like me. Do just like me. All right, I need 2 of them. Now, if you can't copy and paste like I did, it's all right. Everybody can't be like me. All right, so draw you another rectangle and divide it up to 5 parts. You know, some people can do it and some people can't. I ain't bad at you. All right, so I need another. All right. So you got another Hershey bar, okay? And you got it divided into 5 pieces, and 3 parts were shaded. I want you to draw a horizontal line in the middle. And somebody else real smart, tell me what fraction that is. 6/10. Very good. Now, when I compare the 2 Hershey bars, let's say the shaded part is how much I gave you. I had 2 pieces of candy. And the first time I gave you 3/5. The next time I gave you 6/10. Did you get more or less the second time? Huh? You got the same. Just you got the same amount, but what did change? How many little portions it was broken into, right? You got the same amount. I just changed the pieces that I gave you. What you are dealing with is something called this right here. Correct. Correct. It is a simplified fraction. All right. It's a simplified fraction of 6/10. While I changed the pieces, the amount didn't change. All right. So our next lesson is simplifying fractions. No pictures though. Simplifying fractions. When you simplify fractions, we're going to have smaller numbers. We're going to have smaller numbers that represent the same amount, though. Some of y'all don't believe me. Let me prove it to you. Let me prove it to you. If I give you 1 of anything, we know that's 1. I said, my bad. Let me give you 7 out of 7. How much is that? Okay, fine. I'm going to give you 20 out of 20. How much is that? Okay, I'm going to give you 100 out of 100. It's still what? Not, the amount stays the same. The numbers are different, okay? But it represents the same amount, all right? If you're going to give me my whole check today, then give it to me today. Don't give me $5 today, then $5 tomorrow. It's still going to be the same thing. Just give it to me, okay? But I know if you ain't got it all, you got to, you got to do, what's that thing called? Is it Afterpay? They got new ones now. All right, so anyway, that's what we're doing, all right? So let's give some steps. We're going to use everything that we learned from, well, we'll try. Step one. Step one says must be fractions. Must be a fraction. That means that if you get a mixed number, you can't do that. You got to change that mixed number to what we just did. Multiply, add, change that to a fraction first. So must be a fraction. Step two, use prime factorization to factor everything. See, I got to stop saying it like that, mess around and write the thing. Then my boss be like, I ain't saying it right. All right? So use prime factorization to factor everything. We did that on Monday. So please don't wait to get that lesson done. I'm going to do a little something today, but get that. All right, next. Once you do that, divide out the common factors. This is what I mean. You look for factors at the top and see if they have the same factors at the bottom. All right? And the last step, multiply the leftovers. So once you divide out the common stuff, whatever left over, you divide. You multiply. What I mean by that is everything at the top gets multiplied together and everything at the bottom gets multiplied together. That's all. Don't go multiplying everything, just top and bottom. All right? I'll put a little arrow here. That's fine. All right, let's practice now. I got a couple I want to do. Let's see. First problem, 9/12. All right, 9/12. So we look at step one. Is 9/12, is that a fraction? Is that a fraction or a mixed number? It's a fraction, so yes, it's a fraction. So we don't have to do step one, praise God. We ain't got to do that. Now, step two, it says use prime factorization to factor everything. That's when we came to the side and we started, this is what we learned. We already learned this. We came to the side and we started factoring both numbers. Now, prime factorization. Somebody remind our people that couldn't be here, what are the prime numbers that we put? Let's put that on top. What are our prime numbers? What we got? What's the first one? Everybody remember? 2. What else? 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and I say 19. We know it's one more. It's plenty more. But what we're saying is that we are going to get our problem down to 2s, 3s, 5s, 7s, 11s, like that. All right? So you can't go into a problem with 4s, 6s, 8s, 9s, none of that. We gotta go into the problem. So, in other words, if it ain't up here, it can't be in our problem. All right? So let's do it. Now, we learned last time that we can use the calculator to find out what the factors are. If you tried to put a 2 here and divide by 2, you get a what? Some people put 9 divided by 2, what you get? So if it's a decimal, that won't work. So we try the next number, which is what? 3. All right, now I ain't meaning for you to go nowhere, come back. It ain't gone. So we try to use a 2 as a decimal. So we put a 3 in the calculator. 9 divided by 3 left us with what? 3. So let's go to the side here. Equal sign, draw a long line, and put 3.3. Because ain't 3 prime? Yeah. So they're like, hey, hold on, let me fix that, y'all. Let me fix that. I'm going to have to change my pen because it's making me write hard. Make me feel like I do. All right. So what we're saying is that once you get numbers that are up here, you can stop and put them where they go. Now, because 9 is a numerator, his answers all go in a numerator. His factorization goes in a numerator. All right. Now, let's do the same thing. So let's look at 12. Is 12 in our list of prime numbers? It is not. So we got to break 12 down. 12. Now, we started at number 2. We put a 2 in the calculator. Now, if you know what is 12, you don't need me. You good. But for my people that need me, if you say 12 divided by 2, what you get? You get a 6. All right. Now, is 2 in our list up here? So we ain't got to break down 2. We good. But is 6 in our list up here? It is not. So we got to put legs on it. We got to try it out. Now, you try to divide by 2. So when you say 6 divided by 2, do you get a number or a decimal? You get a number, so 2 will work. So when you plug in 2, you got what? 3. All right. Now, let's check it again. Is 2 in our list? So we good. We can stop here for that. Is 3 in our list? So now, we are done. So all the 12s change, go right here. We got 2 2s and a what? Now, let's pay attention. Now, let's see what we got going on. Let's see. Now, remember, because we broke down 12, because we broke down 12, 2 times 2 times 3 should still equal 12. I just gave you change for a 9 and 12. I didn't take no money from you. It should still be 9 over 12 if I multiply it back. We just spread our money back. Well, spread our money out. All right? So that's prime factorization. Do the lesson I sent out for you so you can practice that. After you do the lesson, if you still don't understand, come talk to me. All right? Now, step 3, divide out the common factors. I am saying anything that you see at the top, any factor you see at the top that you also see at the bottom, divide them out. It can't go side by side now. It's top and bottom. It's divide. So what we do we see any factor on top that we also see at the bottom? What is it? So this 3 can cancel out this 3. It can be anywhere at the bottom, just top and bottom, not side by side. Like these 2 2s cannot cancel because they're not top and bottom, they're side by side. Now, when I draw a line through it, that means 1. All right, that means 1. If you want to put a little 1 there, do that. But that little slash means 1. So 3 over 3 is 1. All right, now let's multiply the leftovers. Not everything together is still separate. 1 times 3 is what? 3. And 2 times 2 is what? 9 over 12 and 3/4 represent the same amount. All right? That's all we're doing. We're using the lesson from, what's that, Friday? Wednesday, or whenever we had class. Monday with the stuff we're doing today. All right? I'm not going to make you change that mixed number just yet, so just work with me. Let's do it again. Let's just put a little more meat on that. What if we did, let's see. Let's try 18 over 22. All right. I'm going to move this problem out of the way. Make sure I'm grading how well you're keeping up with me. So make sure you're taking notes. All right. And I'm going to move this close to my prime numbers so we can see it. All right. Now, so the rule says must be a fraction. Is 18 over 22 a fraction? Yes. It is. So no step 1. Step 2, use prime factorization to break down 18 and 22. All right, let's do it. So is 18 a number we have up here already? No, 18 is not a prime number according to our list. So we come to the side and we write 18. I gotta move this out of the way. Let me move this so I can. I say when you're doing this, have a section off to the side where you're breaking down your numbers so you won't have to keep breaking down the same thing. All right, just put it to the side. So here we go. So we got to break down 18. Now, if you know what is 18, go ahead. It's cool. It's multiple ways to start a problem. All right, you all get the same answer. All right. So if you with me, then you try 2. I start from the beginning. I'm starting at 2. All right. When you divide 18 and 2, what's the remaining factor? What's the answer? 9. All right. Now, if I look at my thing, I know 2 is prime because it's the first thing in our list. But 9 is not on our list, right? Can't get into the prime club if you ain't on the list, right? But 9 could get there. So that means that we got to find out what is 9. So we would put a 2 in there. 2 don't work. But if you try 3, 9 divided by 3 still give you what? All right. And because these 2 3s are prime, we're done. 18, give me change for $18 bill. Sure, you got a 2 and how many 3s? All right. Now, 22. Now, add this to it. 23 is prime. I gave them that the other day. 23 is prime. Now, we're going to get to a number that's not on the list, but I just want you to know 23 is prime. Now, 22 is not on it. It skipped over 22, so we got to try to break down 22. All right. So you first start dividing by 2. When you divide 22 by 2, what you get? 11. All right, so 2, when you divide by 2, you get the remaining factor as your answer. So factor pairs is always going to be 2 things to give you your original number. So 22 is 2 times 11. I see 2 and what? So we are done with this problem. So you say 2.11. I'm going to put some big numbers on here in a minute. Just work with me. Just work with me. All right. Now, the next step says divide out the common factors. Do we have any factor that's in common at the top that we also have at the bottom? All right, so this 2 cancel. It just have it on top of each other. It don't matter. As long as it's top and the bottom, it don't matter where they are in the top and bottom. They can still divide out. All right. Do we have any more? No. 3 and 3 on the same team. So no, they're on the same side of the ball. So no, we can't mess with that. So now, don't tell me that 3 times 3 is 6 because you're adding. 3 times 3 is what? 9. And then 1 times 11 is still what? 11. All right. This is the third problem you're going to have on the test, y'all. I'm not trying to trick you. I just got to make sure you got it. All right. Is it hard? It shouldn't be. All right. Let's do it again. All right. Let's put some meat on these grits. Meat on grits. Anyway. I miss bro. All right. Let's see. Let's try. Y'all going to be mad at me. Oh, well. It is 300 over 500. That's cool because we're working together, so we're going to do it together. All right? We're going to do it together, so we all right. Okay. We're going to do it together, so we all right. 300 over 500. Okay. Now, 300, we ain't got a list that big to put 300, so we got to just write it out. Come over to the side now. Don't get in the way of your problem. Go over to the side and write the number 300. All right. Now, we don't know. Now, some of y'all know what it is. 3 times 100. You could do 30 times. You get $20 bills to get you there, $5 bills to get you there. But for my people that's with me, we're going to start off with the first prime number. All right? So, if you don't know, you put 300 in the calculator first. And then say divide by 2. That'll give us the other side, which is what? 150. Now, make sure you use the calculator because I don't want you to get on the test and your first time trying to put this stuff in. Like, why we divide? We divide because that's the way you can find a missing factor for multiplication. That's why. All right? Here we go. So, 2 is our prime number. Cool. But 150, it ain't in our list. We don't go that high, so we got to figure it out. So, here we go. I'm going to use 2 again. All right? So, when you put 150 divided by 2, what's your missing factor? All right, 75. All right, 75 in our list, but we're going to keep 2 in it on out. All right, we're going to try to use 2. What's 75 divided by 2? Decimal. So you can't use 2. So 2 won't work for 75. Try 3. So when you plugged in the 3, your answer was 25. We know that 3/4 is 25, but no problem. All right? So every time you break a problem down, you go back to your list and start all over again. 25 divided by 2 is a decimal. That won't work. 25 divided by 3 is a decimal. That won't work. But what will work, Tim? 5. When you say 25 divided by 5, you get 5. And at the end of the day, you can't stop till everything is prime. When nothing else can be broken down, those are your single bricks that we got. So 300 broke down to how many twos? 2 twos, a 3, and how many 5s? And 2 5s. You need all my money. I need all my bills to equal up to 300. All of them. All right? I know some of y'all on your cell phone. I hope you're doing the calculator, man. I pray that's what you're using for. All right? We're going to do the same thing to 500. All right? So 500. Now, you start with 2. You can start 3. I can do 50 and 10. All right? I'm going to do 50 and 10. I'm going to do 50 because I know I can get 500 by 50 and 10. If you started off with 2, you get the same amount I got. It don't matter where you start, as long as your first 2 factors equal your original number. And then 50 cents is 2 quarters. And then 25 is 5 times 5. If you divide, you're going to get the same amount I got. 10 is 5 and 2. Remember, the bigger factors you start off with, the less steps you do. But this is perfectly fine to get us what we need. If you started with 2, you get 2 and 250. And then the 250 breaks down to 2 and 125. And then the 125 breaks down to 5 and 25. And then the 25, you're going to still get the same amount I got. I just care that you know how to factor. I don't care what 2 numbers you start with. So 500, I got how many 2s? 1. Now remember, when you do it my way, remember now, when you give me change now, you can't get it no more. You can't get it back. All right? Can't get it back. So I'm going to scratch all that out. All right? So I got 2 2s for 500. I got 2 2s and 3 5s. 1, 2, 3. All right? So once we have factored everything, divide out the common factors. What we got in common? Who is it? This 2 cancels out this 2. What else? This 2 cancels out this 2. What else? These 5 can go and what? All right. So that's 1 times 1 times 3 times 1. 1 times 3 is still 3. And then, we got, all that. 3 over 5. All right, so let's do this. This will be ending. I didn't get a chance to have y'all practice in front of me, but this is what I'll do. I'm gonna let you take a picture of this here. Let's see. And let's see. I'm gonna tell you what to do now. I don't want all of it. I tell you what. Give me any 2 rows of your choice. Any